guys. It's Wednesday the 13th of November. What's happening? Heading out to do a grading job with the skid loader this morning. I hauled in 30 tons of 57 limestone out to a job that I did some other work for. The people have a gravel driveway and they wanted it redone. So I hauled in a bunch of stone yesterday, and I just got my last load in there, and I was pulling the dump truck forward and I stabbed the brakes and blew a brake line, so I had to drive about 10 miles home last night with no brakes, which sucked. Looking for every uphill route so I could slow down enough. Of course, it was at 4:30 yesterday afternoon, so traffic was getting a little more congested. We made her home though. Blew the rear brake line on my F450 dump, the one that crosses over the rear axle. So I got to replace that. Hopefully I got enough stone here. 30 tons should be enough. So I got the skid loader behind me here, and we're gonna take that, and I got a new tripod that has the flexible legs on it. Hopefully I can wrap that up somewhere in the skid steer so you guys can ride along and check that out. I know my last one was a little odd, and for some reason this camera has some strange noise canceling Kodak play sport, and the sound goes in and out when there's a lot of noise that's not voice noise, and I don't know why that is, and I've gone through the settings to see if I can figure it out. Maybe somebody else knows. I know Pisser uses the same camera that I'm using, or should I say I'm using the same one he's using, and I've noticed with his videos when he's in a vehicle, it does the same thing mine does. So if anybody knows how to deal with that, let me know. May just be the type of camera it is. And I also noticed if my videos have been a little blurry or not that good a quality, I noticed the battery must have went dead in this thing, and it must have changed some settings in it, and it was set up for WMA iPad format, and I was taking all my videos in 720p, so that if I wanted to upload them in HD I could, but that got reset, so I've got it changed back over, and hopefully if I upload one in HD, it'll actually be clear enough you guys can see it, because I've noticed I tried to make some of my videos full screen, watching them just to check them out, and they looked like crap, so could have just been a dirty camera too, but I think it had a little bit to do with the format, because when I upload, or when I compose all my videos, I use AVG video editor, which is I think it's like a $50 download or something like that, and it works really good, but I always upload my videos. I convert them in, after I compose them, I convert them into a flash video, and then you can choose the resolution you want to convert it into, and I usually try and do at least 640 by 480, unless the video is really, really long, and then I'll do like 320, but I try not to upload them in any lower resolution than 640 by 480. So hopefully I can get this one uploaded in a reasonable manner, because I've been having a lot of problems converting my videos, and it might have been because of the format they were already in from the camera. So now that we got that switched back around, hopefully that'll make some difference. So at any rate, guys, I am going to get this machine unloaded here in a couple minutes when I get to the job, and I'll see if I can get you guys hooked up in the skid steer with me, and we'll do a little skid steer video. So hope you guys are having a good morning, and we'll catch you a little bit later on. So take it easy. Alright, we'll give this a try, guys. I got this thing wedged behind a downspout. give you a quick look around on what's going on so far. Hold on a second. There we go. So basically what we've got to do is, you can see the whole driveway going out there. You just got to continue grading. Usually drag the bucket backwards to smooth it out, and I'll have to do some handwork. I've done a little bit up along the garage here to get that grade right, and then along the foundation of the house in there. A little handwork to do around the steps, and then I'll have to tidy up along the grass here too. But most of that will be gone once I start back blading it with the bucket. So I'll bring you guys back on when I get more. This is already 10 minutes of me not talking and you listening to a machine run, which has got to get boring. So I'll bring you guys back in when I get some more progress made. Alright, we'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, it's about 20 after 2 and we are all wrapped up here. Skid steer is back on the trailer and the driveway is done. All graded out, ready to go. Had a little mishap here. Plumber decided he was going to drive around me while I was working on the driveway. Oops. So we had to tow him out. I didn't think it'd be too nice of me to videotape that, but yeah, this tends to be pretty wet back here, so that's what we got. All up nice around the garage. Time to collect our payment and head on down the road. Thanks for watching. Hope I didn't bore you guys stiff. Have a good day. See ya. Hey guys, got back to the shop and I was gonna start working on the brakes on that F450 dump, and realized I did not have the correct size brake line for that. So I ran up and grabbed some, but as you can probably tell, it's getting dark and it doesn't fit in my shop. I would have to do it outside, so I nixed that project for today. And I had to pick my pup up from the pup sitter. Oh yeah. And also, I've got a, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier in this video, I've got a driver's side and rear caliper hanging up on this truck. I pulled the wheel off of that when I got back to the shop and I couldn't even spin it. I thought maybe the parking brake was hanging up a little bit, and I checked that and that was not the case. This truck's got brand new cables on it, and I freed all that stuff up over the this past winter. The caliper that's hanging up has actually been changed within the last 12 months. The pads and the slides are all beautiful, so I decided that I would just loosen the bleeder screw on it, and I loosened it up and put a clamp on it to see if I could compress it. And I compressed it back down, put it back on the truck, and tried to move it back and forth, and the pads are sliding fine in the little sliders there. I thought maybe that might have been the case, but you could tell there's definitely more heat coming off of that wheel, and the brake pads smell. So I put it all back together and I'm driving it, and it doesn't seem to be putting off that heat anymore. I'm sure I didn't fix the problem, but I hate like hell to have to put another caliper on this. I hate doing one caliper at a time. I've always been told you're supposed to do them in pairs, but I just changed the damn things this spring. So at any rate, it's working good for now. I noticed my fuel mileage was going to shit, and I don't know that we're on winter blend diesel fuel yet, but my fuel mileage had dropped down quite a bit, which I thought it could be a lot of things. I also need to clean my air filter on my cold air intake. But past couple of weeks, it dropped down more than I would have anticipated it should, even for winter blend diesel. So I suppose a frozen caliper dragging all the time certainly knock into your fuel economy. So that's why I decided to nix the brake job on the other truck and check this one out. This is my daily driver, and that seems like if it's not one thing, it's another, and I hate doing brake probably one of my least favorite automotive things to do, because I'm not that good at bending brake lines, but I'll probably do a video for you guys of making those. I get this easy bend brake tubing made by a company called SUR&R. They make this tubing, and I think they make ready-made lines and fittings too, but I believe they're local to us here. I think they're maybe out of Akron, and it's awesome stuff. I mean, you can bend it with your hands, it doesn't collapse. If you have a tubing bender, it bends even nicer, but you can bend it with one of those little cheapy tubing benders, and it does an awesome job. It's just real nice stuff to work with. So, at any rate, that's it, guys. I'll get this one uploaded for you. It's boring as hell, but it's what I was doing today, so we'll catch you on the next one.